Merry Christmas, volleyball fans. And of course, by that I mean, welcome to Sunday at the Manhattan Beach Open, one of the two most looked forward to days in my life. It's always Christmas and the MBO. Good morning, my name's Mark Sherman. Happy to be with you here on a festive Sunday morning in what promises to just be, I mean, it's a really good one. I've got my gummy bears, which is sort of my Christmas thing. Just, I'm going full with this one. We're going big. It's going to be a big day. Thanks for joining us early. We've got 2 matches to get teams into the semifinals to start the day. Then the semis, championship Sunday. The biggest present we get to open, of course, we get to open up those plaques. We get to see the names that go on those plaques that go up on the pier for the rest of time. And let's meet the first couple of teams on stadium who are going to try to get there today. They'll have to get through 3 matches. Let's meet them, shall we? And we are set. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manhattan Beach. Way to show up early, way to grab your seat. You're not going to want to let go of it. And let's see who is going to begin their Sunday journey to the Manhattan Beach title. Right now, this first player out of San Diego, California, a national champion from USC, and coming in at, wait a second, really? 19 years old? Are you kidding me? The skill of this young player. Let me hear it for Megan Kraft. And her partner, originally out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, now down here in the sunny South Bay. What an amazing person she is, with an equally amazing dog. I know I have to bring that up every time because I just think about him. She's a shocker out of Wichita State, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hear it for Emily Stockman. And their opponents just living here on Stadium Court, and I love to see it. This first player coming out of San Diego, California as well, just like Megan. She played her college ball at Pepperdine University. She is Kelly Larson Kolinske. And her partner out of Costa Mesa, also a national champion out of USC, a 79-time national champion. I lost count, something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear it loud and proud for Miss Sarah Hughes. As we often do in women's matches, we got multiple national champions from USC on the court. Sarah Hughes and Megan Kraft are those two this time. Sarah Hughes got her national championships a little bit before Megan did, playing with Kelly Clays, now Kelly Clays Chang, and Megan Kraft is still going at SC, and she is going here on the AVP. She's a fun young player to watch. If you haven't seen her yet, I think you're going to like what you see. Emily Stockman gets the first dig. And the first put away for 1. Megan Kraft out of San Diego, California. Comes from a very athletic family, not just volleyball either. As we see the wrist away cutting from Kelly Kolinske. Megan Kraft's dad was on the crew team at Navy. And thanks for your service, Mike. Megan's aunt, Therese, played volleyball at Cal State Dominguez Hills. Megan's got a twin brother and a sister as well. 2-1 for Hughes and Kolinske. Great dig. Sarah Hughes laying out early here on Sunday morning. And then the short shot, so precise with those are Sarah Hughes. That serve is into the net. It will be Megan Kraft back to serve at 2-2. Way outside. I like how Hughes and Kolinske run that outside set. A lot of times on the beach, you'll see the players really stay inside the ropes, inside the lines for the most part. But when they can stretch the court and get to the outside, almost more like an indoor player. You can open up a couple more options. There's disadvantages to it, having to transition that far outside as well. Definitely some advantages, though. High off the hands goes the 19-year-old. Megan Kraft was Volleyball Mag's #1 rated beach recruit out of high school and went to the #1 program in the country, USC. Kolinske and Stockman, of course, they used to be partners. 12 AVP events together. They got a win together in Seattle a few years ago, and now against each other looking to make the semis of the Manhattan Beach Open. Best finish for Megan Kraft. 3rd place on the AVP tour. That was, of course, with Emily Stockman in New Orleans earlier this season. That win with Kolinske, Stockman's only win in her AVP career. Great pass on a tough serve, running the back set. Hughes is there. Stockman keeps it alive. A little bit of running into each other. But Kolinske finds a way with the jumbo pokey. That was a great dig from Stockman. I thought it might actually hang up on the net to give Kraft a chance to attack it, but I really like that. A little bit of running into each other, and then Hughes diving for the back bump juice. Man, that was a great set that Kolinske took care of. Getting to that one before it hits the net. How about that set from the youngster?
Stockman from the right side.
Kraft, pretty easy floater for Kolinske. Oh, keeping it alive, Stockman. On 2, but Stockman's all over that. Kelly showed that one pretty early. The set dies inside. It was a little bit sticky. Probably could have called that one a double contact or a lift. Sort of stuck in Megan's, looked like her left hand. Came out a little short. That's actually a reasonable cue to a bad set as well. We see this one come out. Let's see here. Actually, honestly, it didn't look too bad on that one. I think it got the call because it spun a little bit and it sort of died inside, which made it look like a not a clean contact. It is a tight call, though. That was definitely borderline.
I got it.
Stockman calls the go, was looking for the outside set to the pin. It died inside as well. Hughes was there for the dig, and now Kraft to finish. But no, Sarah Hughes. Kraft reading that shot all the way. What a rally. And Kraft with the heavy finish.
Oh yeah, we keep providing for that. All 4 athletes working hard out here on a Sunday morning here at the Manhattan Beach Open.
That's out of bounds wide. Sarah Hughes serving from her left side of the court. Going short. Man, it's a great serve. Nice pass from Stockman, and they getting all the way to the outside, running the back set. That is a good play. You gotta have quick feet. There's a really strong athletic play from Stockman.
6-7 Kraft back serve.
Powering through the block, Kraft would have wanted that one. You see her sort of stretch her right arm out, didn't quite get it pressed over. Wasn't quite strong enough, so Kolinske was able to get through it with the heavy swing. 8-6 for Hughes and Kolinske. It's the number 2 seed versus the number 13 seed. So according to their seeds, Kraft and Stockman will overachieve in this event. They're finishing with a minimum of a 5th place. Loser of this match gets 5th. Winner moves on to the semifinals, but Kraft and Stockman are a team with a lot of potential, not only here on the AVP, also on the international side. On two, it's just out of bounds. I like the play, but off the side of her hand just a little bit. 9-6. A high-level start to this one. That was the first hitting error for any of the four players. We're at 9-6. We'll be keeping an eye on the match over on outer court number 1, running simultaneously the other final round contenders bracket match. I'll let you know what's going on there at the technical timeout. Oh man, what a turn from Kolinske, but the touch. Sarah was with her. I think Sarah Hughes almost could have even got to that dig as well. It's better to both be there than neither of you be there. But Kolinske made a very good turn to get a touch, and it was just out of reach for Hughes. A little bit of a tight set. Kraft wraps it up, and then a net violation, maybe. What are we looking at? Ooh, a double contact.
Double contact is called.
Kolinske doesn't agree. I would need to see that again to see what that second contact was like from Kelly Kolinske after the cover from Hughes. Let's see here. Here's the initial side out, the block covered, and yeah, I think that's got to be called. So on the second contact, it looked to me that it hit both of her hands, which can be called a double contact in the setting motion or on the second contact setting. It's 9-9, 3 straight points after the stuff from Megan Kraft. Chiseling off the edge of the block this time, going off speed, is Kolinske to keep the lead 10-9. And 0 are Hughes and Kolinske. After winning the first set, Hughes and Kolinske are 12 and 0. So an important one. Hughes and Kolinske always like getting off to a good start. If you're their opponent, you really got to take that first set. 10-10, 1 point to the tech, and it will be a chance for Stockman and Kraft. But no, man, the one-arm stab from Sarah Hughes, and she'll be fired up with that one to keep the lead 11-10. We'll take our technical timeout at combined 21 points here in set number 1. Hughes and Kolinske. We've had a good start to this one. Had a few good rallies, and especially this long rally. It's the Sky Vodka rally of the day, that self-cover from Stockman to keep it alive. And then how about that set from way off the net from Sarah Hughes? I thought that jumbo was going to be the end of the rally. Hughes so good at resetting. And honestly, she only needs to get one arm on the ball often to control it. I like that read from Megan Kraft as well. And then she goes heavy in the angle, and Hughes knows it. She had a chance to put it away. Kraft sort of read that she was going a little bit weak with that one, so she pulled off the block, got the dig, and finished off the Sky Vodka rally of the day. World famous aquarium here on the Manhattan Beach Pier. Winner of this match will take on Sarah Sponsel and Therese Cannon back here on Stadium Court at 11 a.m. just an hour and 45 minutes from now. The other 3 teams still remaining currently on court 1. You got Taryn Cloth and Kristen Nuss, the Phenoms out of New Orleans, taking on Zana Muno and Brandy Wilkerson. Winner of that will take on Betsy Flint and Kelly Chang. And man, if you're looking at taking on Cannon Sponsel or Chang Flint, that is a tough task. All four of those athletes are balling out right now. A lot of these fans showed up early. You see a couple members of Sarah's squad with their red S's in the stands. Sarah Hughes, well represented here, her family. She's got a nephew. I think she's got Jack. Nephew Jack up in the stands. Her dad Rory. Always a presence at Sarah Hughes' match. And Hughes with the kill, 12-10. These two teams getting up to about 3,000 feet covered. Love that we're tracking all the stats, how far they're moving, how much they're jumping. Showing you how athletic this sport is, and especially on the deep sands of Manhattan Beach. Thanks to Connexon for giving us those stats, those little packs you'll see on the back of the suits of both the guys and the gals. Long rally here, and Stockman gets it to the floor to keep it at a 1-point deficit.
Emily back to serve.
Pretty good serve there, going deep middle. Floated over to Kelly Kolinske, so she took that one and gets the side out. That other contenders bracket, 5th place round match. Taryn Cloth, Kristen Nuss, Asana Muno, Brandy Wilkerson. 17-17 in set number 1, as we see the hitting percentage both around the 350-360 mark for these two teams. Pretty much equal, not a lot of errors, but long rallies, a lot of digs for both teams, and Kraft will get the kill after Hughes made him work a little bit harder for it.
12-13.
Boy, right in the pocket for Hughes, but it goes over, and then the high snap from Kraft, who was staying in that one and patrolling the net. Great middle serve. Hughes gets to it, and then powers through, catching a little hot pocket to boot. Hughes, Kolinske looking to make another semifinal. It would be their 4th semifinal of the year. They have yet to make a final, though. Hughes is there. The control block from Kolinske. I thought it was going to get him the point, but it won't. Kelly Kolinske thought that should be 4 touches. Thought that Megan Kraft touched it on the block. And she's going to chat with the head referee about that one. Megan Kraft sort of looking over there like, I don't think I touched it. Sort of hard to tell from that one. It would have been real close. Maybe just barely the fingertips. My initial reaction was that she did not touch it, but it was definitely close. In beach volleyball, a little bit different from indoor volleyball. If you get a touch on the block on the beach, that does count as one of your 3 touches. On the indoor game, it doesn't. That one definitely touches the top of the block and goes out of bounds for the kill. 13-15. Hughes, Kolinske wearing the all black. Kraft and Stockman in the colorful suits, the pink and the purple. Another good middle serve. Again, though, Hughes sticking with it, and she's been real solid in her ball control here in set number 1. 6 kills for Sarah Hughes. 10 digs, no errors for Hughes. She is on point, and thank you, Ange, director, telling me they're colorful just like me and my Christmas sweatshirt. I appreciate you, Ange.
We're up and over down the line with the score of 14-16.
But generally colorful guy. This is more fun. Got lots of options. when you're a colorful dresser. Why just keep this Christmas sweatshirt on all day? Why not? Don't you take my gummy bears away. Megan Kraft down the line. What a layout. Sarah Hughes just reacting to that one, just like Stockman did with the one-arm stab. Power pokey standing. Stockman says, I'm up, staying to block. And Kolinske will take advantage, going over for the kill. 17-14. Kraft, Stockman might be thinking about taking their team time out. Thinking about it. Not going to take it yet. Each team has one timeout to use per set. Long rally. One of those that's real fun to win and very not fun to lose. Going way outside after that pass came from the sideline, but the swing is out of bounds. They are now going to take their team timeout. As a 4-point advantage, biggest lead of set number 1 coming at the right time here late for Hughes and Kolinske. Remember, set number 1 so important. They don't lose when they win the first set. We got a chance to chat with Sarah Hughes about teaming up with Kolinske.
Yeah, Kelly and I are a newer partnership. We just paired up this season. Haven't had a lot of AVPs together. We've been doing a lot of international competition. So I think for us, just going into each match, playing our best volleyball, trusting one another, executing our game plan, and just staying positive, and most importantly, have fun. And I think we'll do really well this tournament.
3 third-place finishes, actually 3 straight third-place finishes in Hermosa, Fort Lauderdale, and Atlanta for those two. On the international tour, they got a win down in Itapema, Brazil. On the FIVB World Tour, also got a semifinal finish in Jurmala, Latvia, and a 5th place in a big one in Rome at the World Championships. This is a team with a ton of potential here on the tour and internationally, as of course they'll be looking to maybe represent the USA in a couple years in Paris. The wind, as you saw with the flags there, is blowing, but on the court, you really can't feel it that much with the big old stadium that's blocking most of the wind. Kelly Kolinske blocking all of that one. 19-14. You can sort of see me waving in the background. I'm doing that so you can sort of see where we're at. It's a little bit chillier up here. You get the wind, you get the breeze, and when you go down to the court, it's a huge difference in temperature and wind. So as much as you see it blowing, as much as you see the gray skies, it's definitely, everything sort of settles down into the stadium court. 15-19 as the stands continue to fill. Those will be completely full pretty darn soon. What a cutty, slicing and dicing. And Sarah had all the line to work with, and she said, you know what? I bet I can beat you in the angle too.
Set number 1 at set point 2015.
For set number 1. On 2, she showed that one pretty early. Kolinske was ready for it, shooting one way to the outside. The set was a little bit too far outside. I don't think there was a touch on that block. There was not. It's out of bounds. It's 21-15. Kelly Kolinske and Sarah Hughes. They've had a great tournament so far. They'll look to roll into the semifinals. They lead 1 set to none. If you're watching, you are in the right place, everybody. Keep it right here. This is the Manhattan Beach Open. It's the big one.
The AVP is brought to you by Monster Hydro, hard charging hydration. By Waikea Hawaiian Volcanic Water, sustainably sourced and naturally alkaline. Live Aloha, drink Waikea. By Fabletics, premium performance apparel that won't break the bank. And by Wedbush, your investment partner on and off the sand.
At Corner Bakery, we're making your choice simple. with Choose 2 options every day. Choose 2 of your favorites and turn a simple lunch into a perfectly paired meal. And we're not talking about a few Choose 2 options. Pair up any sandwich or panini, any cafe fresh salad or warm simmering soup, or any pan sauteed pasta. So many kitchen crafted options, so little time. Your perfect Choose 2 combination is waiting at the Corner Bakery.
Dear mainland, aloha. My brother and I hear that most of you only disable your phones when you fly. You call it airplane mode. But maybe you don't have to get on a plane to get away, yeah? Allow my brother to demonstrate. You know what we call this? Kona mode. One life, right? Mahalo.
Longboard Island Lager and Big Wave Golden Ale from Kona Brewing.
Those radio gym shorts that you have from college, they're done. Get them out of here. It's time to upgrade your short game with the one from Fabletics, man.
We love them. Your girlfriend will be stealing these. They're the best.
This fabric fixes another major issue, fit.
It's got this crazy stretch to it that looks so cute when I do my yoga or errands or like literally anything. They're the most comfortable, best feeling luxe-tastic fabric that we have ever worn.
It's the choices we make that define us.
Tryon Trevor is coming off a tough, heartbreaking loss.
And ultimately, the enemy is within. Some people want it, some wish for it, but others make it happen.
Tryon Trevor is super lethal, bringing fire and passion to the court.
How will you take charge?
Set number 2, Sarge right, meow. Hughes and Kolinske up 1-0. When they win the first set, they win the match, at least up to this point. So they're going to try to keep that going, and with shots like that, using all of the court. The last goal from Hughes, we saw her with a beautiful cut shot that landed barely on the other side of the net. This time she goes exact opposite, goes jumbo shrimp. The jumbo, just like the shape of a jumbo shrimp, up and over the defense to the deep corner. Big swing from Stockman. You got to think they need to be aggressive because Sarah Hughes, behind the block of Kelly Kolinske, is running everything down. You got to get that ball to the floor quickly. Of course, the harder you hit it, though, the lower you're going to hit it, and the more that Kelly Kolinske's big block has the chance to get the point. The high snap from Kelly Kolinske. Kelly Kolinske does a great job of using all of her 6'2" frame, getting those long arms way up there. Stockman in the hard angle. Hughes thought that might be going out of bounds. It lands just inside the line. Kraft back to serve, a fantastic young player. Ooh, a guy coming into the booth ready to come on the broadcast that knows a lot about Megan Kraft. Dane Blanton, two-time national championship head coach of the USC Women of Troy, into the booth. He'll be joined by Cameron Irwin in our second match of the day, when the gentlemen will take the court for the contenders bracket final round. The ace from Sarah Hughes, her first ace. 4-2. Keeping tabs on that outer court. Let you know what that's doing at the side switch. Great match out there. Getting to that one before it gets to the net. Nice play. And nice play. Oh, man, the touch and turn from Kelly Kolinske. But the sky ball, free ball, falls out of bounds. We're going to take the switch at 3-4. Sanamuno and Brandy Wilkerson lead 1-0. They took the first 21-19 over Taryn Cloth and Kristen Nuss. They're knotted at 9 in set number 2. Winner of that one will take on Betsy and Kelly, Betsy Flint and Kelly Chang, who are coming off of a undefeated run through a big international tournament in Hamburg last week, where they took the gold medal. Winner of this match on Stadium Court will be back on Stadium at 11 a.m. to take on Sponsel and Cannon. Sarah Hughes with her second jumbo of set number 2. 268 hitting percentage for Kraft and Stockman, 436 for Hughes and Kolinske. Both these teams through the first half of set number 1 were hitting around the 360 mark. Then a couple of errors from Kraft and Stockman is why they're a little bit lower, whereas Hughes and Kolinske have been pretty consistent from the start. Kolinske affecting both of those balls at the net, but the second one will fall just in front of the diving Sarah Hughes. 1 stuff block for Megan Kraft. No stuff blocks for Kelly Kolinske, but 5 controlled blocks. A controlled block is when it goes off your hands, and then your defender or yourself, you're able to keep it alive. So a block in the stats are what sometimes we'll call a stuff block, where you block it back to the other side and it goes down for a point, whereas a controlled block means it hits off your hands, the ball and the point stay alive, but you give your team a chance to continue the play. And I'll point that out the next time it happens. It's been happening a lot for Kolinske and Hughes. Around the block, pretty easy dig for Hughes, who was designed to run into the angle on that play. The scoop from Stockman, going with the left, it falls way short, and it is 7-4. Stockman refocusing, resetting. This one just has the feeling of Hughes and Kolinske. After they ran away with set number 1, they're still dialed in. Megan Kraft says, I don't care about that feeling, Mark. I feel pretty good about how that swing went. 5-7. That won't clear the net. Stockman. 8-5. 11 kills, just the 1 hitting error for Kelly Kolinske. Now 6 controlled blocks. We trade miss serves, and we're going to switch sides at 6-8.
6-8 switch sides.
Here we go.
Head coach Scott Davenport for Emily Stockman and Megan Kraft. We also see Davy coaching Sarah Sponsel and Therese Cannon on the women's side. So it'll be interesting to see that take if they play each other in the next match. Stockman and Kraft would have need a comeback here to make that situation happen. Sarah Hughes to keep the lead at 3. Oh, big swing, and it will eventually fall. Some heat on that one from Sarah Hughes. And in the warm-ups, she was just crushing balls. Oh, we got Sarah's squad. We also got keeping up with the Kolinskes. The Kelly Kolinske crew here in force. Dish, that's a great set. Kelly Kolinske pulled. Didn't think Stockman was going to be able to give Megan that good of a set, but Emily, that was fantastic. Great adjustment from Kelly Kolinske. The set was a little bit inside, but that's okay. She plays a higher set, and the advantage of getting that set a little bit higher as you got time to adjust if it's a little bit outside or a little bit inside. Powers through, yeah, what a swing. You heard Megan Kraft say to her partner, and that was right through the wickets off the inside of the right arm of the block of Kelly Kolinske. And you see the blockers, how much they're jumping, Megan Kraft and Kelly Kolinske. Kolinske 74 jumps. You jump a lot, and I think I mentioned earlier, deep sands of Manhattan Beach. This is the deepest, toughest sand to play in the world. Sort of feels like you're slogging through it the longer the match goes. It is real deep. Yeah, and again, it's too far wide. Stockman, she likes to stretch the dimensions of the court and play to the edges. That one's a couple feet out of bounds. It's 12-8, 1 point to the technical timeout. Five errors now for Kraft and Stockman. That's out of there. We're going to take our technical timeout at 12-9. 12-9. Hughes and Kolinske looking good. In their last match yesterday, Sarah Hughes and Kelly Kolinske took on Betsy Flint and Kelly Chang. Talked about how those two have been playing so well. They went 6-0 in an international tournament in Hamburg last week. And now they're 4-0 to start their Manhattan Beach Open. And Betsy and Kelly, not only are they winning those matches, they are winning them. They're winning them pretty darn big. The rest of the year here on the AVP, what a fun year we've got. Next week, a tour series, a lower level event in Virginia Beach, and then Chicago, the Gold Series, the final Gold Series event. Labor Day weekend to be followed a few weeks later by the championships in Phoenix, where we'll have a smaller field, just 6 men's and 6 women's teams playing for a big purse, playing for the championships in Phoenix. Into November, a couple tour series events just a bit south of here in Huntington and over in Clearwater, Florida. And we finish up the year in December. Might have to bring my Christmas sweatshirt to that one too. The Central Florida Open in the Orlando area.
Put your hands together for all the athletes.
Got to start from the service line for Kraft and Stockman. Got to keep being aggressive because Kolinske and Hughes have been so dialed in on offense. Just like that one falls right between the blocker and the defender. Perfectly placed shot. And that kind of shot has to be in the exact right spot. Kolinske dialed in. Sarah Hughes having fun. Sarah Hughes is one of the more fun players to watch when things are clicking, because she just looks so, you know, dialed in, locked in, however you want to say it. And she's just, it's like nothing can go wrong when Sarah Hughes is dialed in, just like that, keeping it going. Reads the game so well, is so quick on the sand. Getting to just about everything right now. 455 hitting percentage. Man, when you're getting around 500, that's so good, especially for the defender. That dig's gotta be called. Not quite enough pace. Kelly Kolinski's like, are we sure about that? One of those judgment calls, and that was right on the border. And Katie is saying, yeah, that was just beyond the line. So the deal is, it's gotta be hit with pace if you're going to dig the ball with your fingertips, with your 2 hands like that, or it's going to be called a double. And pace means it's a combination of how hard it's being hit and the trajectory. That serve just out of bounds, almost landed in right in between for Kraft, but it is out of bounds. So if a ball is determined to not have pace, maybe it has a little bit too much loop, or it doesn't come hard enough, you got to dig the ball with your arms or a pokey or just something that's not your fingers. One of those judgment calls in beach volleyball. The side outs continue, but Kraft and Stockman need more than just that. Can they earn some? We're going at Kolinske. Another good set from Hughes and another pretty straightforward side out for Kolinske and Hughes. And I see it from the service line, Kraft and Stockman. They are going for those serves. That was a deep one. She was looking to get it towards the back line. It fell a bit short of that, but they're trying to put Kolinske in tough situations, but she's passing the ball so well. To the youngster, Kraft adjusts inside to the pass that was a little bit to the right. Great cover from Stockman off the net. Hughes is there to go up by 6. Yeah, with authority. Boy, look at this. Kraft, the late pull, and Sarah Hughes says, thank you. I appreciate the open net. On 2. Sarah says, I'll take that too. That's going to be a double contact on the set. The dig was just a little bit tight and just barely, and Sarah's like, oh, my bad.
12-17, Kraft back serve.
.733 hitting percentage for Hughes and Kolinske here in set number 2. That is unstoppable, and that number will just continue to get higher. 18-12. It's up the middle. It's, man, that one sort of started on Stockman and then moved to the middle towards Kraft and fell right in the middle for the ace. 19-12. Have yourself another 20-12.
Here we are, match point. Hughes at serve.
Hughes with the dig, it'll go out of bounds, and they'll need a side out for the match. We were 11-10 at the technical timeout in set number 1, and really from that point, something in that timeout that Hughes and Kolinske did to pull away, and they kept it rolling in set number 2. A side out for the semifinals to take on Therese Cannon and Sarah Sponsel, and they'll get it with the missed serve. 21-15, 21-13, and when you got to play 3 matches on Sunday to win the Manhattan Beach Open title, you want that first one to go as quickly as possible. Just how they drew it up. Sarah Hughes and Kelly Kolinske will play again here on Stadium Court at 11 a.m. against Sarah Sponsel and Therese Cannon. Their 4th semifinal this year, their 4th semifinal in a row. And they're going to look to not think about how the other 3 went and make it into their first final. Sarah Hughes from the start, man, she was so good. Laying out, reading the on-twos, and then her shots were dialed as well. The short shot from Hughes just clearing the net. We saw a couple jumbos as well. Kelly Kolinske. The power from Hughes is that cross-body bang. Love that move so much. Facing one way, going the other. There's one of those jumbos from Sarah Hughes. They stretched it out to a 7 and then 8-point lead to get to match point with 2 straight aces. And Sarah Hughes and Kelly Kolinske, and when you look at the stats, I mean, that'll tell the story right there. .520 hitting percentage, which is huge for a match for a team. 23 digs, most of those from Sarah Hughes. 6 or 7 controlled blocks from Kelly Kolinske, and then they were on fire, offense and defense. Match number 1 out of 6 is done. This is the Manhattan Beach Open. We play on in just a little bit.